In this video, we're going to look at, is IT bubble finally beginning to explode? We'll talk about the current state of IT companies. Why is there a sense of insecurity within the employees of the company, within the organization, with the employees of the company? And where is it headed? What are the inherent problems of IT? And how can employees and organizations can come together? And what are the options available? And this analysis is totally my opinion based on multiple interactions with the client and being part of leadership at one of the companies. So let's look at the challenges. What are the challenges within the IT industry? The falling profits. IBM, Accenture, TCS of the world, the big giants are not making as much as profit as they would like to. What are the challenges? Why there are so many layoffs? Is IT offshoring business no longer profitable? Are the companies and the organizations no longer looking for offshoring? Is this phase be termed as the beginning of the end of the IT business? What is the problem? Why there is a lot of chaos, many layoffs off late in the IT, especially offshore? The other day we heard about a Tech Mahindra employee getting fired on the phone. This was on the YouTube. We heard different companies like Capgemini, TCS, doing the same with their employees, at least on YouTube. This is a disclaimer. It's all about the information in the media and the YouTube. I don't have any personal contacts or do not know the personally the people who were fired. And what are the options available for the employees and to the organizations to be able to kind of see off this tough phase of IT? The first question is IT going through a tough phase or is just going through a phase of change? So let's do that analysis and look at some data. So in order to start with the data, I'm going to look at Gartner's report for 2017 spending IT across, and this is billions of US dollars. So 2016, 17 and 18 spend. In order to highlight and kind of talk about it, I have put this into a PowerPoint, and this is by Gartner. These are not my numbers. In 2016, the total spend IT overall was 3,414 billion of US dollars across the world. It grew 0.4% to 3,460 billion dollars, and in 18 it's expected to even grow more. So that means there is no shortage of the IT spending. People, organization, clients, the core businesses are ready to spend on IT. So let's do an analysis on the current situation. What's really going on? So we know from the fact that Gartner's report tells us that organizations are still ready to spend on IT and heavily. This IT spending has not gone down. So what may have caused the problems? They're still looking to save cost by offshoring the work. So is offshore industry going down? Probably not. IT industry is still here to stay. This is an analysis. IT industry is not going anywhere. IT is not going to go anywhere. It's going to progress only from here. There's only one direction, which is upward. And the biggest problem at this point in time, based on the analysis we have done, so this is how I collected this data and did the analysis. I speak to a lot of clients day in, day out. I speak to big giants of IT industries and understand what the situation they are right now facing. The biggest problem is their mid-level management, and especially the people from 8 years, 8 years to 15 years of experience in older technologies like databases, oracles, and they don't have NoSQL experience, maybe purely RDBMS, Oracle DB2, reporting tools like Cognos, Business Objects, all of these tools which are not as shiny or as prevalent in the market as they were some few years ago. And the the managers, remember those QAs and project managers who are, just into the game, and they really are not really technical anymore, but they kind of tend to be manager. And that mid-level management, there is a huge difference between, you know mid-level management versus a top-level management, their skill set and their expectations. And this is what we are going to talk in the next slide. This is based on an understanding on how organizations today would like to operate. This is the top level management, very small but very, very focused. Mid level management should be, you know, contained in the numbers. The mid level management, the number of people working in the mid level management, like architects or managers and senior managers and stuff, should be lesser in the numbers as compared to the working class, which are developers, designers, junior architects, support people, and all those stuffs. But what's happening today really is the top management is intact. Obviously, there is some motion there. We're going to talk about that later. But there is a huge mid-level management which has now become a liability to in these companies. This is the biggest problem, as per what I understand. And this analysis is totally my opinion based on my research and understanding. However, the working class, although it has grown, but the mid-level management has grown very broadly. For example, think about those people joining IT industry in 2001, 2, 3. Very few of those people are in the top management like directors, senior directors, and kind of executive mode. But there are huge number of people in the last decade. They are right now working as architects or developers, senior developers. They're working as managers, senior managers. So that layer of non-coders or developers are now considered and seen as a liability. For example, I had a couple of friends who have like 13, 14, 15 years of experience, wherein they have expertise, they're experienced, they're experts in their old technologies, but the fear of moving towards the new technology is kind of bogging them down. They are thinking about what about the 14, 15 years of experience they have under their belt. And that is the problem, not just for organizations, but also for the employees. So what are the possible options available? And there's a gap. There's a huge gap between the top executive and mid-level management. So that gap needs to be, and you can look at, this is the ideal pyramid versus this is how it is in the IT company today. So what are the options available to these companies? Now, first of all, not just the employees, but the organizations also would have to do an analysis. They may have to go back to the drawing boards and understand what the organizations and the clients need today. And how is the IT spend changing? Probably have to retrain and reskill their existing staff or go hire new people from the market with latest and cutting edge technologies, most likely on IoT, cognitive, RPA, which is robotic process automation, machine learning, deep learning, cloud, SAP HANA. These are the technologies in today's world. They're gaining momentum. And there is a very, very huge demand for developers in these areas. Now, employees, on the other hand, should also be ready to learn and kind of forget about their baggage of the past. I mean, experience definitely you cannot gain or buy it from from somewhere, but definitely that experiences can be used in new technologies as well. You're still in IT. You're doing still the IT technical work. Expectations from the IT industry should also be kind of brought down, level set with what it is. Gone are the days where a developer, used to earn a lot, and I'm not going to put any numbers beyond it, but a lot. And nowadays, because the number of engineers and the number of people going towards IT has increased, it's no longer a shining industry as it used to be like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years ago. So that level of expectation, IT is no longer a golden bird. I mean, it is definitely much better than other core industries, but it's definitely not a a golden bird of the past. So expectations, retraining, understanding the problems of the clients and where they're investing are going to help the IT industry. Please put your comments, your views, your thoughts in the description or the comment section of the video below. Thank you for watching.